still so happy because I did my best in the fight and also in training. We did a lot in the training camp, so thank God for this victory.
Manny, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next time. Adrien?
Yeah, bring your over here. I got a lot to say.
Crazy stuff. Just
neither do I, but I can't control that. I can't control that.
What did you think about the fight?
I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him. I controlled the fight. He was missing. I hit him clean more times. What they trying to do is they trying to get that money again with Pacquiao and Floyd, but it's cool. I ain't worrying about it. I'm still on top. Cincinnati, stand up. West Side.
All three judges in favor of Pacquiao in what was, I thought, a fight that Pacquiao controlled and outclassed Broner.
Controlled the whole fight. Had that missing like one of the 7 doors, man.
Watch yourself, please.
Man, you know I'm good.
It's a part of the game. You know how it is.
I know. Hey, do your thing. Go beat him again.
No, I'm not fighting, but hold your head up. Okay.
Man, relax, Floyd.
Don't worry about that.
Huh? Yeah. I know. I beat him, man. I beat him. I beat that boy.
Sometimes the desire to win can hinder judgment.
I was icing him, man. Oh.
And a fighter needs time to reach acceptance.
Oh, man. Y'all proud of me, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love y'all, too. I want y'all to be proud of me. But when I work that hard and they take it from me, bro.
I know. It hurts. I know.
Man. I'm ready to punch a camcorder, dude, him. Man, I know I ain't gonna miss. It ain't a shot of here I don't like. Come on, y'all, we good. Come on, let me get in the shower. Good luck, y'all, too. That's a good fight, huh?
Yeah, that's a very good fight. It's a shutout. And you shut him out. The best statement to make coming back to the US. Done. Done deal.
Gamay na lang, no?
Gamay na lang, Jun. Para bumba na siya.
Unseen during the fog of war, in the middle rounds, a lace glanced across Pacquiao's eye.
Was there any point in the whole fight where you thought that you would be able to knock him down already?
There's a round that I want to finish him, but Buboy said, but don't be careless, just take time. We're ahead, you know. You don't need to be careless, and it's so bad for Freddie Roach because he don't understand. Because Adrien Broner is waiting for a counter punch.
Next, a few words from 4-division world champion Adrien Broner.
As you can see, I wear these glasses for fashion. I ain't got a mark on me. You know what I mean? I ain't about to go up here and go crazy. I ain't got to. They thought I was gonna come in here and be in the mud, and they was just gonna move around me. And I came and I gave them what they wasn't looking for. And with that being said, I feel good. I feel good. I still look good. And right now, it's time to cash checks and have sex, man.
Senator Pacquiao wants to thank everybody. He's got a little bit of cold, so he's gonna go. He really thanks Adrien Broner for everything. Gave it a heck of an effort. He will be back as a champ. Champ!
While it's possible an inadvertent blow may have been the most severe damage of the night, for Manny Pacquiao, not much seems to slow his momentum. Not Adrien Broner, not 40, and perhaps not even history. For the sports statesman, only time will tell who will be his next money fight.
And that was 2 years ago, 2+ years ago, January of 2019,
Adrien Broner's last fight. Let's go look at it. He is back. He is back. And he is in somewhat of a desperate place right now. He is hard for cash. Every fight from here on out is a super must win, because he needs a major payday to get himself out of being the rich boxer who went broke. 33-4-1 with 24 KOs. Adrien Broner. Champion at 147 pounds. Champion at 140 pounds. Champion at 135, 130. When you look at the last win he had in February of 2017 against Adrian Granados, a lot of people had him losing that fight. So the last clear-cut win Adrien Broner had, like clear-cut, was in 2016, nearly 5 years ago. Talk about a downward spiral. So now he's back this Saturday, February the 20th, 2021. What is it, 9 p.m. Eastern on Showtime? He's taking on a Jovanie Santiago, 14-0-1 with 10 KOs of Puerto Rico. Now, if we know what we saw this last weekend with a Josh Warrington, just this last weekend alone, we should take this guy very, very seriously with a Broner who's been on a big-ass layoff, who hasn't had a real solid defining win in near 5 years. This guy must be taken seriously. And yes, will Adrien Broner let his hands go? This guy, it's nothing here. I guess before they start, the press conference is going to be starting at any moment now. So I guess we're going to go try to look at a little bit of tape of this Jovanie Santiago and see, if it's anything that he brings to the table that we can look at and be like, oh, all right, I watched a little bit of tape about a week and a half or so ago. Let me see if I can find this guy's last fight. By the way, Otto Wallin versus Dominic Breazeale. Robert Easter Jr. versus Ryan Martin. Already, I like the card. Remember, at the same time, you're going to have Berchelt versus Valdez, and you're going to have the prospects, Elvis Rodriguez, Gabriel Flores, fringe prospect contender, Xander Zayas over on ESPN. Rasheed Warren is also on this card against Sharon Carter. I wonder if we're going to be able to see that fight along with a Zachary Ochoa versus a Juan Jesus Velasco. This is a good card. A really good card. Yeah, well, Broner needs a win. And I'm guessing it's what this is. Like something, but we don't know these days with Broner. We don't know who this guy is. Also, at the same time, the Berchelt versus Valdez press conference is on at 3 p.m. as well. So if we don't get a chance to skim through it, because I got to go shovel snow before it freezes over and all that shit. So we're going to try to cover 2 press conferences in one. We're going to try to do that. So let me pull up some tape right now on this Jovanie Santiago so you can kind of get a feel of who he is. Versus one, let's see here. So you kind of get a feel of versus who he is. Let's see. I did watch a little bit of it here. Here's a little bit of tape I found over on the Daily Motion. My other go-to spot. Hold on, let's go full screen. So Santiago, the dude that Broner's fighting, is this dude in the pumpkin. So we're waiting for the press conference to start. It'll start at any moment. So let's watch this tape. Tell me what you think. I don't know, cuz. That's him. Broner's fighting this dude. Here, let me fast forward. They're about to start. We're about to find out who he is, though. He about to come on the press conference. See, I'm not seeing shit. Let me show you. Let me show you him knock this dude out. What y'all think?
Can you?
They about to start.
Hey Greg, how you doing? Hey, good. Can you hear me? Yes, your audio sounds good. Perfect. All right, I see. I do notice now that I don't see the outlets. I have to have the registration report open for that. Yes, that's correct. Okay. My check. That's a good check on that mic.
My bad. I don't want to close out. That's them. That's on their side. Let me see if I can mute it. Until they get their shit together.
I believe they can, Greg. Yes. I can chat, right?
Can I mute this shit? There. Let's just mute that until y'all can still hear it. Well, anyway, look, let them get their shit together. So they're about to start. I guess what I was saying was Broner and Santiago are about to start. Then it's going to be from 3 p.m. to 3:30. It's supposed to be Broner. That's Broner in the background. Yeah, that's Broner in the background. So they're about to start.
1 2 1 2.
How's my phone? I don't know. You know what they're doing. You know, they're trying to get a win under like a win for Broner. You know, he's hasn't fought in just a little over 2 years. Hasn't had a real significant win since 2016. I mean, he had Adrien Granados, so I'm talking about a defining win since Ashley Theophane back in 2016. The plan seems for him to stay at 147.40 pounds and to work towards fighting Regis Prograde, possibly on pay-per-view. But when? Will they do that next? Or, you know, Broner has one big payday left in him. But the thing is, you know, he's the rumors are he's got a lot of debt. So he's a guy that's got to win his next 2 fights. Let's say if his next fight is a little bit of a step up from this Jovanie Santiago. Let's say his next fight is somebody like an Ivan Radkach. They want to bring him along slow to rebuild him back. Then he's still like going to have he has to have 2 big fights after that he has to win, seemingly to get out of debt, you know? And then competing at 140 with guys like Teofimo, Devin Haney possibly moving up, and Josh Taylor or Ramirez. Like, how can he compete? No, I'm talking about, those are the guys that are going to 147, but the guys that are there right now. Where do you match Broner with the top tier guys at 140 or the ones that are possibly moving up from 135? You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know, but one thing for sure is we're about to find out. Like, I'm interested to see how he's going to look in the ring, how he's going to move around, and if he's going to let his hands go on this Jovanie Santiago of Puerto Rico, 14-0-1 with 10 KOs. El Abito. Oh, there we go. We're ready. Hold on, they're here. There we go.
Greg, you ready?
Here we go. All right, we're live.
Sir, I'm ready on my side.
Okay, here we go.
Real time. Please subscribe. Take your time out.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. Welcome to the final press conference for Broner versus Santiago. And on Saturday, Showtime Championship Boxing is back with a triple header of fights. In the main event, features the return of the former 4-division world champion, Adrien "the Problem" Broner. It's been 2 years since we've seen the Problem in the ring, but he's back, and he will be the main event fighter on Showtime Championship Boxing, taking on an unbeaten Jovanie Santiago in the main event. We're going to talk to the fighters here about their fights. We're also going to take your questions. All you've got to do is hit the raise your hand bar there on your Zoom. We will call on you so that you can ask questions
Should I troll
of the
AB?
fighters. We will start with the main event.
I ain't gonna troll
And then,
him.
of course, we'll go to the co-main with Otto Wallin and Dominic Breazeale, and we'll then go to the first fight of the night that you'll see as former lightweight world champion Robert Easter Jr., of course, taking on Ryan Martin. But let's start here with the main event. And we have Adrien, we've got Jovanie. And Adrien, let's start with you. 2 years since you've been in the ring. And listen, you know, we talked on my podcast, you talked about your return and a changed man, changed fighter. You know, there are still a number of people who, will question whether or not Adrien Broner can make 140, whether or not Adrien Broner will be throwing more hands this time around. And you told me the only way you can answer those questions is with a spectacular performance on Saturday. And in your words, what is a spectacular performance for you for Saturday?
You know, I've had so many great performances, you know, but you know, I'm looking for another great performance Saturday night. I know he's coming to fight. I know that. You know, anybody who fight a name like me, a guy like Adrien Broner, is gonna always train to their best ability and be at their best shape and form. So, you know, I'm not looking at this as a fight that I just go in and destroy this guy. I know he's coming to fight and he's undefeated. He's hungry, and you know, I'm just coming to do what I got to do to get my victory, man. You know what I'm saying? Look good inside the ring and outside the ring.
Jovanie, considering you haven't fought outside of the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, this will be your first time fighting here in the States. You haven't faced anyone at the level of Adrien Broner on your record. Many have already written that this will be a one-sided fight. What's your response to that?
Es tu primera pelea que vas a pelear aquí en Estados Unidos y enfrentando a Adrien Broner. ¿Cómo ves tú esa pelea?
No, es una gran pelea. Estoy sumamente preparado. Vengo a demostrarle a Broner y al mundo quién es Jovanie Santiago y una gran oportunidad para mí.
This is a great opportunity for me. On Saturday, I'm going to show who I am. I'm going to show Adrien Broner that I'm ready to fight.
Cesar Cardenas from TGB Promotions doing the translation for us. Adrien, let me ask you this. Your motivation this time around, it has been 2 years. You're a new man, new fighter, you say. What's your motivation, and what in the sport are you still looking to accomplish?
Shit, right now we just trying to beat COVID. That's the best. Fuck the opponents. We just trying to beat COVID. I want everything to open back up, and I want people to come back to the fights, like, cause it's starting to feel like a game. Like it's not. This is not real. Like this is some bullshit. Like it ain't no people out there. Like this ain't real. Like we gotta stay away from each other. We can't get in each other's face. I like putting hands on people in press conferences. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this don't feel real to me. So you know what I mean. But you know, once the bell ring, I think everything gonna go away, and then it's just gonna get straight to business. Then it's time for me to whoop somebody's ass, and that's what it is.
And when it comes to what are you looking to accomplish? Because you said there's still a lot more. I mean, you've been a world champion 4 times.
It's just, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be a world champion again and again and again and again and again. You know, until I'm really done with boxing. Yes, I took 2 years off and retired and let my body heal and rest, but I just really feel like, you know, I got what it takes to win more championships and in different weight classes. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Jovanie, you know, it has been 2 years since Adrian's been in the ring. You know, he's been very public about, hey, look, I worked hard. It took me a while and I had to drop, you know, over 35 pounds, things of that nature. You've been active. You've been fighting. How important is it for you to dictate the pace of this fight and take the fight to take the fight to Adrien to see where his conditioning is?
Tiene 2 años que no pelea. ¿Tú piensas que tú vas a ponerle presión para que él pelee tu pelea?
Yo vengo, todo depende de lo que sea la pelea, porque no te puedo dar un pronóstico ahora mismo, pero lo que Broner venga, yo estoy sumamente preparado para lo que él venga.
I'm not saying what Broner is going to do. Whatever he brings to the table, I'm going to beat him Saturday night, and I'm ready for this fight. This is the opportunity of my life.
You know, also, Jovanie, you said, quote, toward the boxing scene, all the pressure is on Broner Saturday.
Toda la presión está sobre Broner el sábado.
He's a good fighter,
Es un buen peleador,
but you don't see anything special.
pero no miras nada especial en él.
When I beat him,
Cuando le ganes,
the world will know who I am.
el mundo va a saber quién soy.
Explain what you meant by all that.
Explícame qué quieres decir con eso.
Como te digo, ahora mismo, Broner piensa quizás que no soy nadie, pero está equivocado. Llevará 2 años inactivo, eso no dice nada. Yo sé que él quizás vendrá bien preparado y así nos hemos preparado nosotros para dar una gran guerra ese día y que gane el mejor.
At this point, Broner might think he has an easy fight, but he's in the wrong. I'm here to fight. I'm here to win, and I'm going to take this victory on Saturday when we're ready.
I don't know, man. I'm scared.
Listen, he says all the pressure's on you. Doesn't see anything special in you. What's your reply to that?
Hey, man, at the end of the day, he's here because of me. You're here because of me. This whole cast is here because of me. So
I'm here because of AB.
That's special. Saturday night, only thing's gonna be special is this ass whooping I'm giving out. So he'll know then. You talking to somebody I ain't punched yet. When you talk to somebody and you punch them, they talk different. He ain't gonna be talking like that after Saturday.
Listen, one of the things that you've talked about is you want to show people that you can make a comeback and make a spectacular type of comeback. Generally, different things happen to people, a seminal moment in their life where they have to make a change. I know it's happened to me. What was that seminal moment that happened to you last year where you said, you know what, enough of what I've been doing, it's time to make a change?
I went through a lot of things, honestly. The way I live my life, man. I went through a lot. And, one day I just woke up and I said, I'm done. I got to get my shit together. And in order to change, you got to make change, or you'll steady get caught up doing the same thing. So, I cut a lot of stuff off. I stopped doing a lot of stuff and, I got myself together, and it was a long road to get to where I'm at today, and I'm here.
What's the message you send into the 140-pound division on Saturday night?
Man, yeah, listen, if y'all got a belt, man, just hold on to it. I know y'all get one forever, but, the ones that's coming to me, that shit gonna be mine, I'm coming to sweep it all up, WBA, WBO, WBC, IBF. I'm coming to get them all.
Jovanie, final statement here before we take questions from the press. Give us your final statement on what we should expect Saturday night.
No, este sábado se van a esperar una guerra de ambos. Yo vengo a hacer mi trabajo y a buscar esa victoria para Puerto Rico.
This Saturday night, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war, and it's going to be a victory for Puerto Rico.
Adrien, before we take questions from members of the press. Give us a final thought. I mean, so many people have written, can he even make 140? Will he be a change fighter? Will he throw more punches? What should we expect Saturday night?
Hey man, you just expect a hell of a show. I know he coming to fight. He from Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricans, they come to fight. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, they all come to fight.
Take your time out, like the video.
So I
Help
know
a brother out.
fight, but I ain't just do all this training to go in the ring and not fight. So he gotta know he's to come to a war. He's gonna be in a war too. So, he gotta know that. He better be coming with a lot of equipment because I got a lot of equipment coming with me, man. So I'm just ready to put it all on the line. Like I don't know how he feel though, but like I'm willing to die in there. Like, I'm willing to put my life on the line. Like I'm willing to like give it all. And like I ain't got shit left. Like I'm willing to do that. I don't know how far he's willing to go. Like he might start thinking of his kids, grandkids, aunts, and nieces. I don't know. But I'm willing to say fuck everything. Like I'm willing to put it all on the line, bro. I'm ready.
I love that one thing you told
Yo
me.
también estoy listo para morir.
He's
En la
ready.
raya, como decimos en Puerto Rico.
He's ready to die in the line, like we said in Puerto Rico.
I love that.
Que le gusta.
I love that.
I think we got to fight. I think we got to fight. Greg Domino from Showtime is going to acknowledge the members of the media who have questions. Greg, let's take our first question.
Excellent. Thank you, Brian. Our first question is from Jeremy Hergis of Fansided. The floor is yours, Jeremy.
Hi, Adrien. Hi, Jovanie. Thank you for your time. This question's for Adrien. Adrien, I know during the opening comments, you used the word retirement at one point. What had you thinking retirement? Was there a specific reason? If you can talk about your thought process for that, and did you really mean it?
I don't know how long you've worked without taking a break, but
why you gotta be a smart ass?
6 years old to what, 30? I never took a break from boxing, and I was just like, you know what? Let me just take a break. I need to take a break. So that's what I did, and now I'm missing boxing again, and I'm back in it, and we back to it, and we back to it on Saturday night.
By the way, the weigh-ins tomorrow, so
Final
they be
question
hungry.
for me for Adrien.
Irritable.
As far as getting back into it, I know you talked about, I think you said you had to lose 35 pounds to get to where you are now. How hard was that for you? And did you question yourself at times?
Nah. I've been doing this all my life, man. And from the first day, once I woke up, I told GT, like, man, let's go do it. I just been at it. I knew it was gonna hurt. I knew I wasn't gonna like what I was putting myself through, but I knew it would all pay off. And I'm here today, and I'm ready to work.
Thank you, Adrien, and best of luck to both of you.
Thank you, Jeremy. The next question is from Fago Franklin. Please unmute, and the floor is yours.
Hey, how you doing, Adrien? This question is for you. What did you learn about yourself having to overcome obstacles that happen in your life?
I learned that I could stop having sex, man. That's one of my biggest problems. I like to party. I like fucking. So I had to cut it all out.
If I can't cuss,
drinking, and just get serious with my career, and become that elite fighter, and take back over the sport.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fago. Just a reminder, if you have questions for Adrien or Jovanie, please raise your hand within the webinar, and I will call on you. Once called upon, just unmute yourself. The next question comes from James Conlon.
Hi, Adrien. Just in terms of that break, in terms of 2 years, has this been probably one of the most grueling training camps you've ever been on? And have you enjoyed that sort of fact? And in terms of doing your homework on Jovanie, what do you know about him?
You gave me like 3 questions in one, but I'll answer them. Yeah, it's been a hell of a training camp. Maybe one of the toughest because I had to get back in rhythm. I had to get my rhythm back, and coming back, losing all that weight, and then working as hard as I do. Of course it was tough, and then I didn't want an easy fight, so I picked a guy like Jovanie because I knew he's going to push me and bring the best out of me. So that's what I know about him. I know he's a good fighter. He's an undefeated fighter, and he's not here to lose.
And lastly, for me, just in terms of Jovanie, this is probably the biggest name that you've fought so far in your career. And in terms of doing your homework on Adrien, have you watched some of his fights back to pick out some of his key
That was
strengths
my question.
or weaknesses?
No, sí sé que es la pelea más grande de mi carrera y esta pelea pues no la puedo desaprovechar. Tengo que darle el máximo ese día y así va a ser, darle una gran pelea.
Yeah, I know this is the biggest fight of my career. He is a big name, and I'm going to come with everything Saturday night, and I'm going to try to win for Puerto Rico, like I said.
He didn't answer no questions.
Guys.
This ain't soccer, bro.
Thank you. Next up, we'll go to RL Woodson from Bite Down Boxing.
Hey, how you doing, AB and Jovanie? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Oh, my bad. Welcome back, man, and looking forward to Saturday night. A lot of us got a chance to see what was going on with you in the process by watching GT, man. So I'm just wondering, we've seen you with Kevin Cunningham in the past. What about GT made him the right fit for this task right here and coming back?
GT is one of my coaches, but the head trainer is my regular coach, Mike Stafford. And I always looked up to him. A lot of people don't know who GT really is, but he's someone who could have been one of the biggest boxers in the world. I watched him since I was a kid, and he's been there. He's been on the side of me, and him and Coach Mike, shit, they know what to do to bring the best out of me. So Saturday night is gonna be a hell of a performance.
All right. A question for you, Jovanie. How do you process the talk of Broner getting his life together and a new him on Saturday night? Is it your job to prove him wrong?
Sí, ese es mi trabajo. Este sábado demostrarle a Broner que va a tener que pelear, que espero que venga, como él dice, preparado, porque ese es su regreso y yo no tengo nada que perder, él sí.
I don't have nothing to lose. Adrien Broner has all the everything to lose on Saturday night, so he better bring his A game against me.
All right. Thanks for your time. Best of luck to y'all Saturday.
Thank you, RL. Next up, reporting Ellie Sekback.
Hey, Adrien, how's it going? What's up, Brian?
Reporting.
Hey, Ellie.
Hey, so Adrien, you're the biggest showman in boxing. Let me quote you. You always say fresh, fly, and what is it? Flashy. How is it going to be for you to walk in a stadium that's going to be empty where you're the one that brings out all the crowds, that draws all the attention?
Man, you know me, man. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. You can put me in the bathroom, I'm gonna put on the show. So, of course I always want fans there, but without the fans, that means it's going to be more viewership. So, I'm expecting the numbers to be good, and that's, everybody can't wait till I fight. So, Saturday night, the numbers are going to be good, and I'm going to put on a great performance.
One more question, Adrien. You have a lot of celebrity friends. Who's some of the people that are hitting you up that are excited to see you get back in the ring?
Oh, man, a lot of people, man. I don't want to just throw names out there, but they all just happy for me, more so that I really changed and got my life together, and I'm back in the ring. So, everybody just happy to see me do what I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. The next question will come from Kenyon Atchison.
Hey, how you doing today, Adrien?
What's up with it?
Hey, I got a question for you. Are you going in looking for the knockout, or being that you haven't fought in a couple years, are you anticipating on just getting a few rounds in?
I'm not looking for. Hey, listen, man. I know a lot of people like, man, they don't know this guy, but these guys like a Jovanie can be very dangerous because a lot of people don't know him. I know that he's a good opponent. He's coming to fight. He's undefeated. So I got to stay on my A game. I'm going in to get the victory. Whatever presents itself. If a knockout presents itself, I'm taking it. You don't get paid for overtime in this game, and that's just what it is. But I'm definitely coming to get my win.
Okay. And for Jovanie, what exactly is it that you expect to see out of Adrien come Saturday?
No, yo espero que él va a venir a hacer una gran pelea como siempre, porque como todos sabemos, Broner siempre da unos buenos espectáculos y nada, vengo preparado para lo que él venga y veremos a ver qué pasa este sábado.
AB always puts in a show, so Saturday he has to be ready to put his own show against AB.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. So we'll take our last question now from Joe Sewell.
That sounds crazy. What are you doing?
Joe, you there?
You good, Joe?
Joe, you have to unmute yourself.
On to the next question. Joe don't know what the hell he doing. He messing it up.
Joe?
Can you guys hear me?
Got you, Joe. Go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, AB, man? Good to see you back in the ring, man. So, I just got a quick question for you, AB. You sound like you rededicated yourself to the sport of boxing. So the plan is, Adrien, if you get a knockout, who are you looking to fight next? What's the overall goal, Adrien?
The overall goal is to get past this fight first. In boxing, you can't look past no opponent. I don't care how everything looks on paper. You can't look past no opponent because in boxing, you're only one punch away from a knockout, and that's on both ends. So, what I got to do is go in and get my victory, get my hand raised first, and then we're going to go to the drawing board. So, the plan for me is get my victory on Saturday night.
All right, thank you, AB. Good luck, man.
All right, you nervous than a motherfucker.
Stop teasing people, AB. That's rude.
Is that it, Greg?
That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Before we wrap this up, one thing I thought you said that was interesting, Adrien, had said you talked about coming back and taking over the sport again. And when we talk on the podcast, you made the point that people need to realize I'm still only 30, 31 years old. I'm still young. In this comeback, is it conceivable that Adrien Broner could become one of the pound for pound best like he was in his prime, supposedly prime heyday when you were winning title after title? Is that possible?
Of course, man. But everything happened for a reason, and I think this is going to be a great start. And like I said before, I didn't want no easy way out. So I could have came in and took a bum and took somebody that was just a pushover, a look over. But I'm not doing that. I love competition. So, I want somebody that's going to come test me and bring the best out of me. And, that's why I picked Jovanie. And Saturday night is going to be a hell of a fight.
9 p.m. Eastern, it comes your way. The main event, Adrien the Problem Broner taking on Jovanie Santiago, unbeaten out of Puerto Rico. Gentlemen, let's have a quick face-off. Please make sure you stand there behind the tape. And then we'll go to the co-main fighters next.
Yeah, maybe Adrien Broner's seen the Josh Warrington versus Mauricio Herrera fight this weekend. I mean, he's a little irritable. You know, if you don't know, the weigh-in is tomorrow, so fighters tend to be a little irritable, you know. I'm looking to see Adrien Broner back. Adrien Broner moves the needle. Now, how big will his ratings be? We'll, you know, see. Hasn't really been much promotion behind this fight, outside the fact that, well, we know it's coming on Showtime. Otto Wallin and Dominic Breazeale are up next. Then it's going to be Robert Easter and Ryan Martin to close out the press conference, so they kind of flipped it. I'm guessing they did it to get Adrien Broner as much time off camera and probably go to, you know, cut some more weight. He's been away from the ring since January the 19th of 2019 when he lost to Manny Pacquiao via unanimous decision and claimed that he won the fight. That was some bullshit right there. Now, I'm guessing we're waiting for the next fight to come on. I'm guessing when you look at the 140 minutes.
Everyone, we'll take about a 10-minute break here just to get everyone in place for the next session. We will have Dominic Breazeale and Otto Wallin in the same format. Please raise your hands if you have any questions, and I will get to them in order that I'm receiving them. Thank you very much for your patience. I'll give you an update as we're close.
10 minutes to hell. Well, I tell you what we gonna do. We're gonna go back. This is the perfect time to recap what happened. Obviously, we can't watch the whole thing, but this is the perfect way to do it. So, it looks like Adrien Broner and Regis Prograis, newly signed with PBC, is the fight that they're trying to make. Now, we don't know, but it seems as though Regis Prograis has been hinting at it. Now, Adrien Broner is having some major financial issues. You know, like millions in financial issues. So this is supposed to be the first fight back of the new and improved, mentally cleansed Adrien Broner. But the thing is, we've heard it so many times before. Oh, well, you know, this is my time. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. I'm going to change. Now, tomorrow's the weigh-in. Adrien Broner has always, we can't do a gosh darn live jump cut. Adrien Broner's had some issues for quite many years now with weight, with people wondering, will he make weight on the first try? Will he make weight at all? You know, so tomorrow, this is a guy who has to make weight. If he wants to, you know, he can't miss weight tomorrow. Like, people already are, but let's go here and do it this way. They're going to be on a short break, they're said, before they bring in Dominic Breazeale. Hold on. Let's see here. We're going to do it like this. There we go. And go back down memory lane. Please,
Al has Manny Pacquiao.
Take your time out. Please like and subscribe. We're going to start when they start. But listen in.
Look like a 40-year-old tonight. He has thrown combinations when the opportunity is there and has put in a solid effort. The question will be whether any of the judges feel that Broner has landed enough counterpunches to win rounds.
One of the fears about watching Adrien Broner is always, will he get off enough punches? And that's the frustration of watching Adrien Broner.
Manny Pacquiao, fighting for the first time at the age of 40, has been steady in his offense, utilizing an effective jab, sustained body work. His return to America should be a victorious one for the living legend. Pacquiao's wife, Jinky, and family smiling. While there's a difference in the body language of the Broner family. The question is, as you go round by round, can you find rounds for Adrien Broner? That's the question. It's a simple one.
I'll beat him. Good job, man. Yeah. Goodbye,
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. All three in favor of the winner. And still WBA welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
In his 70th professional fight, 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao Pacquiao records his 61st victory.
The world know you beat him. The world know you beat him. Well, I'm gonna talk my too. Yeah, you can do that.
I feel so happy because I did my best in the fight and also in training. We did a lot in the training camp, so thank God for this victory.
Manny, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next time. Adrien?
Yeah, bring your over here. I got a lot to say.
Crazy stuff. Just neither do I, but I can't control that. I can't control that.
What did you think about the fight?
I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him. I controlled the fight. He was missing. I hit him clean more times. What they trying to do is they trying to get that money again with Pacquiao and Floyd, but it's cool. I ain't worrying about it. I'm still on top Cincinnati. Stand up, West Side.
All three judges in favor of Pacquiao in what was, I thought, a fight that Pacquiao controlled and outclassed Broner.
Controlled the whole fight. Had that missing like one of the 7 doors, man.
Watch yourself, please.
Man, you know I'm good.
It's a part of the game. You know how it is.
I know. Hey, you do your thing. Go beat him again.
No, I'm not fighting, but hold your head up. Okay.
Man, relax, Floyd.
Don't worry about that.
Huh? Yeah. I know. I beat him, man. I beat him. I beat that boy.
Sometimes the desire to win can hinder judgment.
I was icing him, man.
And a fighter needs time to reach acceptance.
Oh, man. Y'all proud of you, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love y'all too. I want y'all to be proud of me. But when I work that hard and they take it from me, bro.
I know. It hurts. I know.
Man. I'm ready to punch a camcorder.
Now, I thought this was some fucking bitch-ass shit he did right here. When he start, like, quietly threatening people in the room on some old... He wasn't even quiet about it. It's like, yo, like, you can't be letting nobody talk to you like that. Like, this type of bullshit he was on. Listen in.
I'm ready to punch a camcorder, dude, him. Man, I know I ain't gonna miss. It ain't a shot in here I don't like. Come on, y'all, we good. Come on, let me get in the shower.
The champ is here! That's a good fight, huh? Yeah, that's a very good fight. It's a shutout. And you shut him out. The best statement to make coming back to the US. Done deal.
Kamay na lang, no? Kamay na lang, Jun. Para bumba na siya.
Unseen during the fog of war, in the middle rounds, a lace glanced across Pacquiao's eye.
Was there any point in the whole fight where you thought that you would be able to knock him down already?
There's a round that I want to finish him, but Buboy said, but don't be careless, just take time. We're ahead, you know. You don't need to be careless, and it's so bad for Freddie Roach because he don't understand. Because Adrien Broner is waiting for a counter punch.
Next, a few words from 4-division world champion Adrien Broner.
As you can see, I wear these glasses for fashion. I ain't got a mark on me. You know what I mean? I ain't about to go up here and go crazy. I ain't got to. They thought I was gonna come in here and be in the mud, and they was just gonna move around me. And I came and I gave them what they wasn't looking for. And with that being said, I feel good. I still look good. And right now, it's time to cash checks and have sex, man.
Senator Pacquiao wants to thank everybody. He's got a little bit of cold, so he's gonna go. He really thanks Adrien Broner for everything. Gave it a heck of an effort. He will be back as a champ.
While it's possible an inadvertent blow may have been the most severe damage of the night, for Manny Pacquiao, not much seems to slow his momentum. Not Adrien Broner, not 40, and perhaps not even history. For the sports statesman, only time will tell who will be his next money fight.
Ring May 18th, square off, mano a mano, one-on-one. Ain't nobody can save you. Your brother can't be there, your uncle, your side girls, all that stuff, nonsense. It's me and you, one-on-one, leather and leather. You got a left hand and a right hand.
This is just waiting for Dominic Breazeale and Otto Wallin to join live. But this is just some filler content until they join, a couple minutes or so, I guess. But this was funny. Flashback.
And I finally get a chance to get this chump in the ring. And I say chump, and I'm referencing you, chump. I'm sick of hearing you talk. You love your own voice. All you do is talk and talk and talk. It's time to get in the ring, May 18th. Square off, mano a mano, one-on-one. Ain't nobody can save you. Your brother can't be there, your uncle, your side girls, all that stuff, nonsense. It's me and you, one-on-one, leather and leather. You got a left hand and a right hand. I got a left and a right. And see who lands first. Hopefully you get off the canvas.
Deontay, 3 fights here, all 3, as I said earlier, highlight reel type knockouts. You were quoted earlier this month as saying, quote, "I'm going to wipe Dominic Breazeale off the planet," end quote. You still feel that way?
Oh man, most definitely. Y'all know that I got gold at the tip of my tongue. When I speak, things come true. It happens. It's just like in my last fight. I told Fury he was gonna go timber. I told Fury he would have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. And what happened? So with this, my words are powerful. What I speak is powerful. And what you will see is what I display. I will knock this fool out. He may not get up. It ain't no hoping and wishing that he gonna get up because he may not. I expect them to make some funeral arrangements because it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. Although this ain't a pay-per-view fight, it feels like one. It feel the way I'm approaching it feel like one. But it ain't quality to put it on the network for pay-per-view. But it's gonna be a good one for sure for people to view. Man, the dude was so scared. He saw 20 people behind me when it was only me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out.
We're waiting for the press conference to start.
I walked in by myself. I told the people I was looking for him. You ain't gonna come to my city and make threats of killing my family and stuff and try to cover it up by some other shit. He played a major part in what he did, and he gonna suffer the consequence for it. I came in by myself, one man. I ain't need 20 people. Y'all don't even see me walk around with, when have y'all ever seen me walk around with 10 people? Unless it's a fight. And people all riled up. When I'm by myself, it's just me and my sister. I don't need an entourage. I got the peoples behind me. Wherever I go, wherever city, wherever state, wherever country I go to, I'm protected. Very. I don't need an entourage. And if it's something personal, I handle it myself. You can ask my people. I don't need nobody else. Or 20. Come on. The only reason this is occurring and the story got out because they sucker punched my brother. This fool. But my brother was only 190-some pounds and came back and dropped his ass on the ground. He got embarrassed. And with the wife, she's running around with her head cut off like a chicken. My brothers had their children. They didn't even know that. But you want to paint a narrative, then he gonna go and try to sue. What boxer you know trying to sue?
This some dark shit,
you fight
yo.
for what you want. That's why God don't make mistakes. He don't make mistakes, and this payback like none other. Breazeale could have lost his life that day. I had guys calling me, apologizing.
Okay, Deontay, chill. Deontay, chill. All right, so what we're doing is we're waiting for Otto Wallin and Dominic Breazeale to join the Zoom call live. So I just was playing some filler content. So Adrien Broner and Jovanie Santiago, Adrien Broner and Jovanie Santiago just left. So if you want to watch that, just rewind back. Now we're moving on to waiting for Otto Wallin, who fought Tyson Fury, and he gloved him. And Dominic Breazeale, who got sparked out after this press conference by Deontay Wilder. This was the first press conference. And then to close out this press conference, this live one, it's going to be Robert Easter Jr. and Ryan Martin. But let's go back to this gym right here. This was some funny shit. This was some funny shit. And sure enough, Breazeale did get sparked out.
Dropped his ass on the ground. He got embarrassed. And with the wife, she's running around with her head cut off like a chicken. My brothers had their children. They didn't even know that. But you want to paint a narrative, then he going to go and try to sue. What boxer you know trying to sue? You fight for what you want. That's why God don't make mistakes. He don't make mistakes. And this payback like none other. Breazeale could have lost his life that day. I had guys calling me apologizing because they had got put out because they had guns. You don't come make threats like that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. He don't even sound convincing because he know he ain't finna do shit. He can talk. His game ain't even tough enough to talk. He need to put a little bit more bass in him so for me to feel him like he feeling me. He fucking with the wrong person. Excuse my language, though. I'm just so intense. I'm so ready. Y'all know how I get at times, man. It ain't nothing new. I'm still the same D, baby, the best. And I'm going to show. Come 18. I promise you that.
Dominic. Hey, Brian, can I get a second?
Sure.
Just so I can reference what you guys are getting an understanding of. Me and Deontay Wilder do have some bad blood. The night I knocked Izu out of the ring in one round of the year, that was stolen from me because of the fact that Deontay Wilder, also known as the Chump, and his punk-ass brother decided they want to run a nonsense situation inside of an Alabama hotel lobby room. I come downstairs to have dinner with my wife and kids. Mind you, my wife and kids, my cornerman. We're going to dinner after a fight, gladiator fight. I get off the elevator, Izu's there. The guy just knocked out of the ring, KO'd. We handshake,
you heard
take
me
some
asking
photos.
For you. You knew I was looking for
you. For me.
You can tell when I came in there and seen your face, you saw you. You thought you saw a ghost, boy. You knew I was looking for you, and I told you I was gonna find you.
I want to give him a chance to, congratulate him. He defended his title, and now he's in my face, pointing his finger, talking about this, talking about that. At the same time, I didn't have an Urban Dictionary with me, so I couldn't understand a damn thing he was saying.
Don't nobody want to hear your
Then he want to push and shove and say he walked away by himself. His brother's over here talking nonsense.
Ain't nobody finna show you no mercy.
Entourage of individuals.
Ain't nobody finna show you no pity.
Does not lie.
Ain't nobody finna show you no sympathy for your lame ass story.
But never do you walk up to a man.
You didn't even know where your kids was, boy. We should have called the HR on your ass.
Wife.
Because y'all didn't know where y'all kids was.
Man.
She was wild and you was wild.
Out of the situation.
So be honest about it and tell the truth, because May 18th the truth will come out. And guess what?
Punk ass brother wants to punch me in the back of the head.
I'm gonna be the judge in the ring.
Wiley got his ass knocked out as well.
I can be the judge in the ring.
Let's talk about the fight. Let's stick to the fight.
You got dropped by a cruiserweight. What you think of heavyweight, the champion, the head, the king gonna do to you?
My sister punched you in the back of the head, knocked your ass out.
How about this, bro?
Listen, you
a lame, man.
Dominic.
You the lamest fighter in the heavyweight division.
You've been in the ring with Anthony Joshua.
I'm finna run this fool over.
You've been on his undercard a couple of times, so you've seen him fight ringside.
I promise you.
Does any of that help you come May 18th?
This is the scariest fight you've ever been in your life.
That's why I've been so excited to get this fight.
Think about
May 18th, I've been on Wilder's couple of his undercards, and mind you, I've stole the show every time I fight on a Wilder card. Nobody wants to watch this bum fight, man. He does nothing right. He's got no traditional boxing skills. He's wild. Looks like a circus act.
But I'm the highest search boxer in the world, right?
Get my guy to
I'm the most looked up boxer in the world, right? Where you at?
I tell you, man, he loves his own voice.
Where you at?
Shut the hell up.
Where you at?
All he does is talk.
Where you at?
All you do is talk.
Nobody don't even know who the fuck you is. Don't even care about you.
Ain't a damn thing you can say. You got to fight.
Easy.
You can't say nothing else.
I can't wait, Dominique.
As we wrap this up, champ.
I can't wait, Brian.
May 18th. What should we expect here?
Man, y'all already know what to expect. What y'all expect each and every time from me. What you expect from me?
Don't run.
Damn right.
Don't run. Don't hide.
You damn right.
Don't run. Don't hide.
And this one right here is going to be even more crucial. You know I bring the pain. I bring devastating knockouts, and I can't wait to see what this fool body going to do when I hit him on his face. When I hit him on the chin, when I hit him in the face, because I don't punch through you. I punch through you, and I want Virgil to understand. I don't punch to him, Virgil. I try to punch through him. So I'm gonna grab his brain and I'm gonna bring it out of his head like a Mortal Kombat combination. A-B-A-C, A-B-B.
Hope and dream. You can
and that's how it's gonna be. I promise you that. And when you know when I say promise, I keep my promises because I come from a place for unfulfilled promises.
So
I promise you.
May 18th.
And these are my words. I'm the
Barclays
judge.
Center here in Brooklyn. The
It's so
WBC
have been ordered.
Heavyweight Championship World Title fight. The Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder against Trouble Dominic Breazeale.
Trouble.
We're going to try to face these guys off.
Ooh, boy, you in trouble.
Let's make sure that we have some people with us.
Ooh, boy, I've been waiting on this day right here.
We'll have you on this side. Dominic,
I've been
will have
waiting
you
on
this
this
side.
I've been waiting on this. I tried to stay away.
All right.
I tried to do the noble thing and try to be the champion, try to fight the best. I got to get the fly out of my ear. Oh, my goodness, where are we? I got to get the fly out of my ear.
So we're still waiting for Breazeale and Walin to join the Zoom call press conference. I don't know what the hell is going on. And well, we know what's going on here. Well, what happens after this? Breazeale gonna go to sleep, and it's gonna be real ugly and biblical looking too.
You gotta be more than ready, sir. Listen to me again. You gotta be more than ready for me.
And then remember, Breazeale disappeared. He deleted all his social media for like a year. Like social media was tearing his ass up. Oh, they're here. They're here. Look, we're here.
Well, on Saturday night,
We're here.
Showtime
Here we go.
Championship Boxing, triple header of fights.
This is live.
Broner, Santiago, the main event. The co-main, we roll out the heavyweights. And we've got a matchup of some top contenders as Dominic Breazeale makes his return to the ring, taking on Otto Wallin, young man who we've seen a couple of times here on Showtime Championship Boxing. They will highlight the co-main event. And Dominic, let me start with you. First fight for you in nearly 2 years. It's been since we last seen you. You know, they always say in sports, you're only as good as your last performance. So how much is this fight Saturday trying to put away that loss to Deontay Wilder?
You know, it's excited to be back here. It's been about, like you said, 2 years now, about a year and a half. I'm excited. Yeah, you're only as good as your last fight, but at the same time, this is my coming out party. I feel like almost in a sense, it's like my pro debut, you know. It's been off for a long time. I know we had some fallouts on opponents, but I had a great camp, and I'm excited about Saturday night.
Otto, you've certainly been active. So we've seen you, obviously coming off that win over Travis Kaufman, but it seems like the boxing media tends to forget that. You know, all they write about is Tyson Fury and the fight there. So how much is this fight on Saturday for you about changing the narrative that you're not just a guy who gave Tyson Fury a good fight and some nasty cuts?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, everybody wants to ask about that fight, and they forget that I've done a lot more than that. But it was a great performance, so I understand it. Most of the people had never seen me fight before, and that was the first fight, and it was better than what most people thought. So, I mean, I'm kind of over that now when I move forward, and it's nice to be here on Showtime, fight with Breazeale here, who's got a good name. So hopefully with this fight, can beat him and then move on, and people start seeing that I'm able to beat some good guys.
Dominic, I read
I'm going with
on the
Walin.
boxing scene, you were quoted as saying Otto Wallin is going to realize that he has bit off more than he could chew. What do you mean by that?
You know, it's one thing to be in the heavyweight division, and I know there's some word about there being a division of, you know, 225 and below, a different heavyweight division. When you're in the ring with a guy like myself, 6'7", 250 pounds, you get hit with the Mack truck. It's really being hit by a Mack truck, and that's what I mean by it. In the heavyweight division, there's respect for guys who can fight. There's respect for guys who have speed, and there's respect for guys who have power. I'm a big, athletic, strong guy, and Otto's going to find out Saturday night.
Otto, let's talk about that. Bad Left Hook did an interview with you, and you said, quote, "I'm more well-rounded than Dominic Breazeale." What do you mean by that?
I think I am more well-rounded, and also you can't forget that I'm actually 6'6", 240, so I'm not that small. I know a lot of people look at me that I'm smaller, but I'm not that small. With that being said, I think that I'm smarter. I got a great team. We have a great camp, and I got really good tools. I'm faster than Dominic. I got better footwork, better defense, and better offense. So I got to bring that in there and just do what I'm good at, and it will all be fine.
What do you think a victory over Dominic Breazeale does for you going forward here in the heavyweight division?
I think it will hopefully help, moving past what we talked about with Fury, but also it will put my name up there at the top, I hope, to solidify my spot there. And I don't think only with this fight that I can get a title shot, but it will be a good step on the way.
Dominic, you are certainly, from the last time we've seen you against Wilder, a changed fighter, not only in the way you look, but even your corner. So you certainly have made a lot of changes. Tell us why.
I think the changes were done at the right time. I made a trainer change going into the Wilder fight. Nothing against Virgil Hunter, a great world-renowned trainer. Just wasn't the right fit for myself at the time. I made a change with Abel Sanchez now and the Summit Boxing Gym up in Big Bear, California, and it's been huge. It's been one of those things that I wish I would have done years ago. Abel's actually got this thing written on the wall. It says, "Imagine what if." And I imagine what if every night. I wish I was there a year, 2 years ago, but the 7 weeks that I was with them was a blessing in disguise, man. My conditioning level is better, my strength is better, my confidence is through the roof. But at the same time, sometimes subtle changes in a boxer's career is what it takes to get you back to the mountaintop, and that's what I'm trying to do. I've been there twice now, and I'm on the road for the third time.
Here's the intriguing thing to me about this fight, because we've got two top contenders in the heavyweight division and two guys who fought the three top guys in the heavyweight division: Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and obviously Deontay Wilder. So what do you think a win over Otto Wallin does for you?
I think it puts me right back in the swing of things. Not that I ever fell out of it, but at the same time, a guy like Otto, like I keep telling people, is great opposition. So the type of situation where, I've been off for a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, and people say, well, you should have just took a pushover fight. Take somebody that's just in the swing of things. That's never been my stature. I've always wanted to fight top guys, and I saw Otto Wallin's fight against Tyson Fury, and I love the performance he put on, the athletic ability he did, and then, of course, the Travis Kaufman fight. When the name was brought to my attention, I was like, yes, I jumped all over it, because I knew that the boxing world would respect a fight against myself and Otto than they would just some random.
Give you the final words here. Tell us, what should we expect Saturday?
I think you can expect a good fight, two good fighters. I think that Dominic probably feels that he has a point to prove and probably going to come out there, be aggressive, try to come after me. I'm sure I won't have to look for him, and I'm ready for that. So I think people can expect an exciting fight, and I'm ready for it, and it's going to be a good night of boxing.
Everything written about this fight talks about Dominic's power and how you're a boxer. But in these kind of fights, isn't this one of those kind of fights where you kind of got to get your respect to show him, listen, I can throw too, and I'm heavy-handed as well?
Yeah, I think, like I said, Dominic, he is an aggressive guy. So I got to be smart with that too. I can't just let him be who he is. I got to be who I am and, try to make some traps for him and set him up. And I think I will be able to do that.
Give me a final word here before we take questions from members of the media.
I think Otto's white. I think it's going to be an exciting fight, man. It's going to be fireworks type of a deal. Like you said, I'm an aggressive guy. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to pump the brakes. It's going to be pedal to the metal the whole time from the opening gate. He can set as many traps as he wants, man. I'm not going to fall for him. I think at the same time he's a great boxer. But I don't think he's ever been in there with a big, strong, athletic guy like myself. And once I land the leather, game plan is going to change. I mean, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody's got a game plan until you get punched in the mouth.
All right. Greg Domino from Showtime will acknowledge you. For members of the media who have questions for these two big men, just hit the raise your hand icon there on the Zoom, and he'll call on you. So, Greg, let's take our first question from members of the media.
Thank you, Brian. The first question comes from James Conlon.
Hi, Dominic, Otto. Just in relation to the heavyweight division at the moment, we mentioned the top three guys, Wilder, Fury, Joshua. It's very competitive pack just underneath it. We have the likes of Luis Ortiz, Anthony Ruiz, Dylan White, and you two guys. And you're all trying to make the push to break into that pack. So a defeat for any of you this weekend in a fight that you both think you should be winning, it's going to be a long road back. just for both of you in terms of your answer to that. How do you feel that this fight, is it a defining fight in both of your careers?
James, thanks for coming on, man. I think it's a situation where every fight is a defining fight in your career, especially when you get a situation like ours when you're 20 plus fights in. I think you get a win, it boosts you into the stats of fighting for a title, if not for a title eliminator. But at the same time, if you get a loss, it could be devastating for your career.
Yeah, I don't think this fight is defining, but I think it's a big, important fight for me, and I have a lot to give to this sport. So this is a good step up, and I'm ready for it, but it's not going to define me. I'm just going to move on from here and move on to bigger and better things.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you, James. The next question, and just a reminder, please raise your hand if you have any questions for either fighter. The next question here comes from Jeremy Harrigis of Fansided. Jeremy, the floor is yours.
You got me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
First question's for Dominic. Dominic, obviously after that KO loss to Wilder, it could have made you kind of question yourself, but it seems to have really inspired you. How long after that loss did you decide to make all of these changes? Was it something that you kind of did immediately, and was there an urgency to your actions after that fight?
I wouldn't say there was an urgency. I definitely digest the loss probably within the first couple of days. I was back in the gym in about 10 days. I didn't dwell on it. It wasn't a situation that I wanted to harp on or bothered me for a while. But the changes definitely came. I knew I had to make changes. I knew they were going to be done in the next couple of weeks. I fulfilled that probably within the next year or so. Kind of jumped around, changed elements as far as my eating, as far as my training. And then, of course, the biggest one of all, and the best one that I made was making the trainer change.
As far as working with Abel Sanchez now, what has he done, not necessarily different than Virgil Hunter, but what has he done that's fresh for you, that's made you excited about boxing?
I think Abel Sanchez does a great job of just a whole of things, from having a gym to making a heavyweight like myself run every single day. You have to remember, I went from running maybe once or twice a day, if not sometimes not even at all. Definitely didn't run on sparring days, but running in the morning in the big bear elements and the snow and the high elevation was one thing. The strength conditioning that Abel does and he's there for sparring, things like that. The one thing that I did cherish and that I was involved, that I'm glad that Abel was involved with, was every aspect of it. I mean, I saw him early in the morning, I saw him in the afternoon, I saw him in the evening. He brought light to the gym. He brought a higher form of boxing education, or boxing IQ, I should say. So, like I said, I wish I would have made the change a lot sooner, but I'm glad that I did.
One question for Otto, if I may. For Otto, obviously Dominic has faced some great opposition. Do you feel like you're going to be comparing yourself, or do you feel a pressure to kind of one up some of the other opponents that he's fought in the past?
No, I don't feel a lot of pressure. I think that I just got to be myself, and I am who I am, and I'm going to go out there and do what I do and what I'm good at. So I don't feel a lot of pressure. This is a big opportunity for me, so I try to be positive, and I waited a long time to get to this level, and I'm finally here, and I'm not going back now.
Thank you, gentlemen, and best of luck.
Thank you, everyone. That's all from the media right now. Back to you, Brian.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, guys, before we wrap this up, we'd like to have a face-off here. So you place your mask on and stand behind the tape, and we'll get a nice little face-off.
I like this fight. Next up is going to be Robert Easter Jr. and Ryan Martin. And that'll wrap up the press conference. Tomorrow we'll be here for the weigh-ins. Later on, I'll be recapping. I got to make some runs and go shovel this snow. Later on, I'll be recapping the Bercho versus Valdez final press conference. I can't do it during this stream because it's taking a lot longer than I thought. So I'm guessing the main event is going to be next. In the meantime, we'll listen to some more crazy Deontay Wilder.
We'll be back here in Brooklyn.
Thank you, everyone.
Back
We'll
at
just
the
have
Barclays
to
Center.
do another switch here on stage, but we'll be with you in a shorter amount of time than last time. We'll have former lightweight champion Robert Easter Jr. and undefeated and contender Ryan Martin for a super lightweight fight that will open up the broadcast on Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific on Showtime. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. You can get in the queue now, and once we're ready to take them, I will prompt everyone to join. Thank you.
You know how dear to my heart that this place holds for me. You know, I've been here for so many times. You know, as Brian has said, I'm labeled as the Bronx Bomber, but here in Brooklyn they call me the Bronx Bomber. And, you know, it brings some connection here. You know, I had some of my most memorable knockouts, my most memorable times here, right here in this arena. And I'm looking forward to being here again, find my mandatory. You know, it's always a great opportunity. It's always a great thing to get the mandatories out of the way, because I consider the mandatories like flies. They always buzzing in your ear, especially when you're trying to do something for the heavyweight division. The heavyweight division has been so lit and it's been so exciting, you know, that it's the times where we need to see one champion, one face, one name. But with that being said, it comes a mighty task to getting that complete. You know, you need some cooperation with a lot of people to make that happen. And one thing about me, I want to fight the best. I've been trying to prove to the world what I've been saying. You know, this ain't being arrogant. This is not being cocky. This is what I believe in my heart. This is what I believe in my heart. And nobody can take that away from me. I feel that way. I believe that. And until somebody proves that wrong, then I must continue to believe that. So here we are again, another man, the next man in line. I can't wait. I can't wait for this one. I ain't felt this way since the Bermain fight. But this is even more intensified than the Bermain fight. I don't mean nothing but, man, I love this sport. Because this is the only sport where payback is a motherfucker. And pain is the name of the game in this sport. And we all know who does that the best. It's me. And it's legal. I get paid to do it. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm not gonna speak negativity up on nothing. I'm just gonna show. Because the way I'm feeling right now, right, the fight can be this week. I'm ready. I'm always ready. As a champ, you must stay ready because you have contenders, you have mandatory, you have guys that's ready. I don't know how he's been preparing. I don't know what his mindset is. I hope it's in a great place. I hope he's trained, you know, his damn hardest. I'm glad he got Virgil on his side. Maybe he can show him a little something different. Maybe not to get knocked out. Maybe that's impossible to do. Every man I face, they land on the canvas. And I'm gonna continue to do that because I had the special remedy, the sauce, to do that. There's no man that's gonna get in the ring and gonna be able to defeat Deontay Wilder. I bring the excitement in the heavyweight division. I hold all the keys in the heavyweight division. I am the man in the heavyweight division. And I say this with all due respect. I say this.
Once again, we're waiting for Robert Easter Jr. and Ryan Martin to join the call or to join the press conference.
Very proudly. I say this with very much so confidence. I am the man. I'm the puzzle pieces. I hold all the keys here. I bring the excitement. Ain't no other fighter doing what I'm doing. Knocking guys out. That's what you pay your money for. You know, it's good to see 12-round fights with skill and some will, but nobody really wants to sit in their seat for 12 rounds. You want to see somebody's brain get knocked out of their head, and I'm literally trying to do that. I'm trying to give you something that you ain't never seen before. And if you're trying to see that, then you better bring some glasses if you don't like guts and blood spilled all over the place, because I'm trying to make it a PG-13 up in this place. I can't wait. This is the moment, this is the time, and this is the right fight for me. Of course, he's a mandatory, and you know, we've seen many things, and like I said, everybody want what they want. People want to see the big fight. And I don't have to say what's the big fight is. Everybody want to see it. We understand that. But it's certain things that we have to do. He's a mandatory. I can't go around that. He got the opportunity, and here it is. So we can only take one fight, one step at a time, and enjoy it. Enjoy this. Enjoy it. Because it's gonna be a massacre. I can't wait. May 18th is gonna be a beautiful day for me. It's gonna be a beautiful day for you guys as well too, to get an insight of what our mindset is and what we're trying to go with the thing and what we will do with the sport of boxing. I'm looking forward to it all. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Bomb Squad!
Three fights here, all three, as I said earlier, highlight reel type knockouts. You were quoted earlier this month as saying, quote, "I'm going to wipe Dominic Breazeale off the planet," end quote. You still feel that way?
Oh man, most definitely. Y'all know that I got gold at the tip of my tongue. When I speak, things come true. It happens. It's just like in my last fight. I told Fury he was gonna go timber. I told Fury he would have to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only have to be perfect for 2 seconds. And what happened? So with this, my words are powerful. What I speak is powerful. And what you will see is what I display. I will knock this fool out. He may not get up. It ain't no hoping and wishing that he gonna get up because he may not. I expect them to make some funeral arrangements because it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. Oh my God. Oh my God. Although this ain't a pay-per-view fight, it feels like one. It feel the way I'm approaching it feel like one. But it ain't quality to put it on the network for pay-per-view. But it's gonna be a good one for sure for people to view. Man, the dude was so scared, he saw 20 people behind me when it was only me, myself, and I. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. I walked in by myself. I told the people I was looking for him. You ain't gonna come to my city and make threats of killing my family and stuff and try to cover it up by some other shit. He played a major part in what he did, and he gonna suffer the consequence for it. I came in by myself, one man. I ain't need 20 people. Y'all don't even see me walk around with, when have y'all ever seen me walk around with 10 people? Unless it's a fight. And people all riled up. When I'm by myself, it's just me and my assistant. I don't need an entourage. I got the peoples behind me. Wherever I go, wherever city, wherever state, wherever country I go to, I'm protected. Very. I don't need an entourage. And if it's something personal, I handle it myself. You can ask my people. I don't need nobody else. A 20. Come on. The only reason this is occurring and the story got out because they sucker punched my brother. This fool. But my brother was only 190-some pounds and came back and dropped his ass on the ground. He got embarrassed. And with the wife, she's running around with her head cut off like a chicken. My brothers had their children. They didn't even know that. But you want to paint a narrative, then he gonna go and try to sue. What boxer you know trying to sue? You fight for what you want. That's why God don't make mistakes. He don't make mistakes, and this payback like none other. Breazeale could have lost his life that day. I had guys calling me apologizing because they had got put out because they had guns. You don't come make threats like that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. He don't even sound convincing because he know he ain't finna do shit. He can talk. His game ain't even tough enough to talk. He need to put a little bit more bass in him so for me to feel him like he feeling me. He fucking with the wrong person. Excuse my language though. I'm just so intense. I'm so ready. Y'all know how I get at times, man. It ain't nothing new. I'm still the same D, baby, the best. And I'm gonna show. Come 18. I promise you that.
Dominic. Brian, can I get a second?
Sure.
Just so I can reference what you guys are getting an understanding of. Me and Deontay Wilder do have some bad blood. The night I knocked Izu out of the ring in one round of the year, that was stolen from me because of the fact that Deontay Wilder, also known as the Chump, and his punk-ass brother decided they want to run a nonsense situation inside of an Alabama hotel lobby room. I come downstairs to have dinner with my wife and kids. Mind you, my wife and kids, my cornerman. We're going to dinner after a fight, gladiator fight. I get off the elevator, Izu's there. The guy just knocked out of the ring, KO'd. We handshake,
you heard
take
me
some
asking
photos.
for you. You knew
I
I
signed
was
some stuff.
looking
He
for
signed some stuff for
you.
me.
You can tell when I
walked through
came
the
in there
lobby,
and seen your face. You
Deontay
saw you. You
Wilder,
thought you
also
saw
known
a
as the
ghost,
Chump,
boy.
is
You
walking
knew
straight
I was
towards
looking
me.
for you, and I told you I was gonna find you.
I want to give him a chance to, congratulate him.
you.
He defended his title, and now he's in my face, pointing his finger, talking about this, talking about that. At the same time, I didn't have an Urban Dictionary with me, so I couldn't understand a damn thing he was saying.
Don't nobody want to hear your
Then he want to push and
man.
shove and say he walked up
It's
by
time.
himself. His brother's over here talking
Ain't nobody
nonsense.
finna show you
A
no
whole other
mercy.
Entourage of individuals.
Ain't
Listen,
nobody
the
finna
eye in
show
the
you
sky
no pity.
does not lie.
Ain't nobody
There was
finna show
about
you no
20 people in that damn
sympathy
room.
for
I'm
your
ready to
lame
fight 'em
ass
all.
story.
But never do you walk up
You
to
didn't
a
even know where
man
your kids
and
was,
his wife
boy. We
and
should
his
have called the
kids.
DHR on your ass.
Wife and
Because
his
y'all didn't know where
kids.
y'all
We get it.
kids
We get it.
was.
No, man.
She was wild and
I tried
y'all,
to get
you was
myself
wild.
out of the situation.
So
exit that
be
venue.
honest about it and tell
And
the
I'm
truth,
walking
because
to the
May
elevator,
18th, the truth will come out. And guess
his
what?
punk ass brother wants to punch me in the
And
back
guess
of the
what?
head.
I'm gonna be the
That's
judge
why
in the ring.
Marcellus Wiley got his ass knocked
I can
out
be
as
the
well.
judge in the ring.
Let's talk about the fight. Let's stick to the
You
fight.
got dropped by a cruiserweight. What you think of heavyweight, the champion,
Man,
the head, the king gonna do
me
to
ask you
you?
this.
My sister punched you in the back of the head, knocked your ass
How
out.
about
man.
this,
bro?
You get
Listen,
knocked, hit in the back
You
of
a
the head.
lame, man.
Dominic.
You the lamest
How
fighter
about
in
this?
the heavyweight division.
You've been in the ring with Anthony Joshua.
I'm finna run this fool over.
You've been on.
told you better make
You've been
your
on his
football
undercard
rankings.
a couple of times,
And
so
this
you've
I
seen him
promise.
fight ringside.
I promise you.
Does any of that
Boy, you done
help you come May
This is the
18th?
scariest fight you've ever
Yes,
been in
that's
your
why,
life.
That's why I've been so excited
And
to
I want
get this
you to
fight.
think about
May
that.
18th, I've been on Wilder's couple of those undercards, and mind you, I've stole the show
That's my
every time I
word.
fight on a Wilder card. Nobody wants to watch this bum fight, man. He does nothing right. He's got no traditional boxing skills. He's wild. Looks like a circus
but
act.
I'm the
When
highest
I get in the
search
ring, I'll put
boxer
together
in
a
the
boxing
world, right?
competition, get my guy out of
I'm
there,
the
get
most
him out
looked
there
up
properly. At the same
boxer in
time,
the world,
you
right?
got this guy.
Where you
I
at?
tell you, man, he loves his own voice.
Where
he won't
you
shut
at?
the hell up.
Where you at?
All he does is talk.
Where you at?
All you do is talk.
Nobody don't even
18,
know who the fuck
gotta
you
get in
is.
the
Don't
ring,
even
ain't a
care
damn thing
about
can
you.
say. Ain't a damn thing you can say. You got to fight.
Easy.
You can't say
I
nothing
can't
else.
wait, Dominique.
As we
I
wrap
can't
this
wait.
up, champ,
I can't wait, Brian.
May 18th. What should we expect here,
Man, y'all
Barclays?
already know what to expect. What y'all expect each and every time from me. What you expect from me?
Don't run.
Damn right.
Don't run. Don't hide.
You damn right.
Don't run. Don't hide.
And this one right here is going to be even more crucial. You know I bring the pain. I bring devastating knockouts, and I can't wait to see what this fool body going to do when I hit him on his face. When I hit him on the chin, when I hit him in the face, because I don't punch through you, I punch through you. And I want Virgil to understand, I don't punch to him, Virgil. I try to punch through him. So I'm going to grab his brain and I'm going to bring it out of his head like a Mortal Kombat combination. A-B-A-C, A-B-B.
Hope and dream. You can
And
only
that's
hope
how
and
it's going to
dream.
be. I promise you that. And when you know
can
when I
only
say
hope and
promise,
dream.
I keep my promises because I come from a place for unfulfilled promises.
So
So I promise you.
May 18th.
And these are my words. I'm the
Barclays
judge.
Center here in Brooklyn. The
So have been
WBC
ordered.
Heavyweight Championship World Title fight. The Bronze Bomber Deontay Wilder against Trouble Dominic Breazeale.
Yo, I don't know what's taking them so long on this top screen right here. We're waiting for Robert Easter Jr. and Ryan Martin to come on. Yo, this press conference started at 3 p.m. Bro, it's 4:17. Well, I guess we moving along all right because they weren't supposed to be on until, what, 4:30? Let me see. Let me check. So I guess we're moving along all right. Oh, man, we're going to be here forever, guys. Shit. Let me check. Like, I've been here for 3. No, this would be on 4 p.m. I've been here for 3 press conferences, yo. Like, it was before this at 1 p.m., I did a Clarissa Shields joint. And then earlier today, it was the Josh Kelly, David Evernessians. So, I'm exhausted. So, hopefully they start soon. So, yeah, 3 cards on Saturday, 2 of them of significance. The one on Top Rank. We could have been watching the Bird Choke weigh-in. Press conference. Ugh. We could have been watching the Burchell press conference. Why didn't y'all tell me? My moderators, man, you guys got to get it together. I'm going to have a talk with HR about you. We could have been watching the press conference. You guys make me sick. That was the original goal. Oh, shit. Is that
What if we
Valdez?
can add a great fight for the
Let's
fans?
start here. We could have been watching the Valdez press conference, man. You guys.
As a favorite, but it's just really motivation to me. It's a great motivation. Of course, it's going to be Of course, it's a difficult fight. There's a reason.
Yeah, he's gonna like it. He's gonna get it from a real man. Damn woman beaters. We're gonna beat that woman beater down.
Damn women beaters. Anyway, STR8 Drop has just donated $2.99 through Super Chat. Must have learned it from his dad. Fury brought estrogen out of Wilder's body.
Thanks, Straight Drop. No, you bastards made me sick. Somebody should have told me to turn over to the other press conference. You guys dropped the ball. We could have been watching this joint. We could have watched both of them. Oh, shit. Now they're starting. Damn. Damn. Well, the Wilder stuff was funny. So there's that. Damn. We could have two birds, one stone. Damn. Man. I gotta shovel all this snow.
We're good? Okay.
I gotta shovel all this daggone snow.
Well, on Saturday, when Showtime Championship Boxing begins its telecast, triple header of fights, Broner, Santiago in the main event, we begin the night with a 140-pound smash, a banger. We got a former world champion in Robert Easter Jr. taking on Ryan Martin, and this one should be a good one. Two fighters who know each other fairly well. Robert, man, it's been a while. 15 months since the last time we've seen you in the ring. This will be your second fight at 140 pounds. You two squared off in the amateurs. You two have sparred a number of times. I read a quote from you in the boxing scene where you said, I don't pretty much see no difficulty in handling him and adjusting to anything that he brings. Yeah. Is that because the familiarity you've had with him from the amateurs and from sparring?
No. Amateur and sparring is two different things from actually being in there with Aton. I look at any man that gets in the ring, they also have a 50% chance of beating you. You know what I'm saying? They human just like you. But like I said, what I've been working on and what I'm focused on and what I'm prepared to do, that's why I say I'm bringing my A game and I don't care about what nobody else bringing to the table.
Same question then to you, Ryan. How much does the familiarity help you in coming into this fight because you guys have been in the ring a number of times?
No, like he said, no sparring and the amateurs are so different, but I've changed so much. My arsenal is so much more. I'm focused. I'm clear. And this fight right here, it hypes. It gets me excited because we're two Ohio fighters. We got history. He beat me, so that's a chip on my shoulder right there. And it's just it's gonna be an action-packed fight, man. I'm gonna bring it.
How did you what was your response when you saw that that quote from him where he says, I don't see much difficulty in handling him or adjusting to anything he brings?
I kind of expect him to say that. Easter's Easter. Mm.
Bunny, talk to me about 140 because you were world champion at 135. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden 135 has become this hot division that everyone's looking at. With you now at 140, Adrien Broner now coming in at 140, can you guys, do you think, inject life into that division that we're seeing now at 135?
Of course. We just gonna make 140 hot. You know what I'm saying? Me, AB, we gonna just, stir up some shit. If I can say that on TV. Like I said, we coming to bring excitement to the game. 140, this 140 division, there's a lot of guys line them up. You know what I mean? Plus we coming for all the belts.
Ryan, this is an interesting test because you're taking on a former world champion And for some, this may be their first opportunity at seeing you fight and fighting someone at his caliber. When you had that fight against Josh Taylor, you didn't let the hands go.
Right.
How important will it be for you to let the hands go against Robert Easter Jr.?
It's going to be very important. I feel this fight, it's going to be so much action. It'll shut everybody down about the Taylor fight. Like I said, I'm clear-minded. I'm ready. Saturday night, and just get in there. We're gonna let them fly.
Robert, how much does this fight make it more interesting for you, considering you do have history? You know this young man certainly wants to come in here and beat you. How much does that add to this?
Like I said, every opponent come in there and try to beat me. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's up to me. When me and my team worked on, we were ready for anything, and to get that dub come February 20th.
How different of a fighter are you? Considering, we haven't seen you in 15 months, so it's been a while. How different of a fighter stylistically in the ring are you, you think?
Very different. Man, I've been in brawls. I really haven't showed like my boxing ability. So, like I said, me, Mike Stafford, and my father, we all worked on, boxing, nothing but boxing and just being myself.
Yeah. Ryan, how anxious are you for this?
And words can't explain, say the truth right now. I'm just ready for Saturday night. We ready to get the weigh-in Saturday night, get under them lights and put on a show, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an entertaining fight, man. That's all I can say. It's gonna be something because I know it's a lot of people saying things about me versus the Taylor fight, so I have to erase that. So it's kind of like I'm battling two things.
How has COVID affected your return, and how has that changed you coming into this fight? Because things are so much different.
During the COVID, I really had to. It really set me down and let me fall back in love with boxing. Being off for that time and never knowing when we was going to get that phone call to get back in the ring. So I had to focus up. I had to focus up, and it gave me a different drive because I had to be ready whenever they gave me the phone call. So it motivated me at that. You know what I'm saying? Plus we had to stay healthy, all that. So my son.
They are prolonging
after my
shit.
son as well,
I gotta
so he
shovel
was
a bunch of
healthy
snow,
as well. So
man.
that put a
They
different
need to
drive,
hurry this
man.
shit up.
The pandemic, it just set everything back. So, like I said, man, we more than ready, more than excited being here. And February 20th, man, just watch out, just stay tuned,
Before we get to questions from members of the media, I want to give you a final comment here. What should people expect, Ryan, when you get in the ring with Robert Easter Jr. on Saturday?
To come with it. Come with it. Always knew this fight between Easter would happen.
Why is that?
Just from honestly, I really don't know. I just always knew that we would meet again in the ring, in competition. Not just because of the sparring we did together or the fight. I just always. I think it was because I lived in Ohio and we were so close to each other. Like he was in Toledo and I was in Cleveland, and just always thought this fight was happening. I just didn't think it would happen like this in the bubble. But I knew this fight would happen.
Give us a final comment here. What should we expect on Saturday?
Saturday, February 20th. Expect, nothing but a bunny show. I'm still in the shine from my big brother AB too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Greg Domino from Showtime will basically, for members of the media who have questions, he will acknowledge you. Make sure you hit the raise your hand icon there on your Zoom, and Greg will announce you, and you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Greg, let's take our first question from members of the media.
Okay, thank you, Brian. The first question here comes from Joel Sewell.
Hey, how you gentlemen doing today?
All right.
All right, I got a question for you, Robert. Robert, how difficult has it been for you as a fighter to train during the pandemic? I just want to know, like, how tough it is for a fighter to train based off the conditions we living in, you know, with this pandemic thing. And I also want to ask you, do you feel that 140 is the best place for Robert Easter Jr. to fight, or, you know, this is not the final destination?
Training has not been that hard. We just had to take caution, you know, our whereabouts and, you know, things we do. Had to swab our damn nose every other day, but that was about it. But 140 is definitely the place for me to be right now. You know, more than excited to fight at 140. I feel stronger, and in the future, that's the future. So, but we worried about the present right now. Capturing this title at 140.
All right, thank you guys. Good luck to both of you, men.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. The next question here comes from James Conlon. Just a reminder, please raise your hand if you have a question for Ryan or Robert.
This goes to Robert and Ryan. I suppose many people are talking about this fight and saying it could be as good as Errol Spence against Sean Porter in terms of how close it could be. It could be really a fight of the year contender. And do you believe that this fight will steal the card on Saturday night in terms of a bit of a spectacle? Maybe Robert, you could answer first.
The card.
Of course. I told you I was stealing the shine from my big brother AV. You know, I'm coming with a lot of explosiveness and a lot of character come Saturday.
Ryan?
Could this one steal the show?
Yeah, this definitely can steal the show. You got two fighters that's coming to fight, first of all, and you can see it on the card. No, it's gonna steal.
Cheers, guys.
Okay, thank you. And our last question here comes from Jeremy Harrigis of Fansided.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Robert. Thank you for taking the time to talk today. First question's for Ryan. Ryan, there was about a year and a half, a little bit longer, from the loss to Taylor to when you entered the ring again. Can you describe, boxing-wise, what did you do during that time to kind of retool and get to where you are right now?
I just stayed working, to tell you the truth. I just of course I made the camp move, but I found the home and I continued to work for the time I took off. Nothing, COVID or anything didn't stop me, really affect me, because me, if anybody know me personally, I don't I'm a stale person. I don't really do much. So COVID hasn't affected my life one bit. And so I just stayed working, I stayed focused, and I knew I just had to wait on the opportunity again, and this is it right here, Saturday night.
For Robert, as Brian pointed out, there's some history there. You have some experience, amateur sparring, things of that nature with Ryan. Looking at some of the opposition that you've faced, Comey, Fortuna, Garcia, do you see Ryan as being on their level, or how does he fit in to some of those names?
Like I said, I respect any fighter to get us in the ring, but it's all up to me. It's all up to me to show my showcase my skills, and just bring my stuff to the table. I'm just worried about me just putting on a show, a great performance, showing my skills and my strength and everything that we worked on this camp.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Robert, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all from the media. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thank you. Along those lines, Robert, he asked you about some of the guys you fought. Considering you were world champion at 135, and when you look at now all the attention 135 is getting, was there any part of you when you said coming back, maybe I stretch it and stay a little bit longer and get in the mix with these guys?
No, not at all, man. And making that weight, no, I don't see it, man. Like I said, I feel comfortable and I feel stronger at 140, so that's where I'm at.
All right, love it. All right, of course, this will be the first fight of the night on Saturday night. It comes your way at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time on Showtime Championship Boxing. Robert Easter Jr., the former lightweight champion of the world, taking on Ryan Martin, two guys who've got some history here. It will start and set the table on Saturday night. Gentlemen, before we end this, let's get a face-off here. Place your mask on, just stand behind the tape. We'll have a quick face-off. There you have it. Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Showtime Championship Boxing. The main event, Adrien Broner, Jovanie Santiago.
My bad. Y'all couldn't hear me. I knew y'all couldn't hear me. But that's all cool. I'm saying I'm done with it. I was saying I'm done. I said I would rather cover snow, shovel snow, than to cover some boxing right now. I've been covering boxing all damn day.